Hello, my name is Phil Geiser. Today we're going to talk about Chandler's utility truck, Utility 283. This is a support truck. It's an air and light truck, and all we do is support firefighters on scenes. We also support other city departments. The police department uses us, waters have used us before. As you're going to see throughout all our compartments, we do support. That's all we do. In this compartment, as you can see, we have a lot of water and Gatorade because that's what we do to hydrate our firefighters on scene. That's what this truck really does. In these coolers here, we do have cold Gatorade and cold water. We can go through all of this Gatorade and water in one call. Depends on how many firefighters are working. We do have some cold towels. These are disposable. Firefighters get really hot in fires, come out in rehab, they can cool off with the towels, and then I just throw them away and get new ones. Up here, these are very important. I make sure every firefighter gets these in rehab. These are called fire wipes, and what they do before they go back into the fire is any skin that's exposed, they wipe that clean. They get all the soot off their neck, their face, their hands, whatever is exposed and not covered by turnouts. And that's going to minimize exposures to harmful contaminants. All right, now we're going to get into the heart of this truck. As you can see, this is a nice big air compressor. This is the heart of this truck. Engines have pumps in their trucks and tanks. Ladders have big turntables. Well, this is the heart of my truck. This is an air purification system with a compressor. This takes the outside air, filters it, and stores it in these tanks. When you see a big fire, sometimes you'll see a lot of firefighters on the fire ground where they're all breathing air and they need to be refilled. So these storage tanks have enough air to fill those up, keep those guys going. A really important tool in this is my little bottle cage. That's what I call this. It holds the bottles. If you're on a fire scene, you have a lot of bottles spread out all over the place and they kind of roll around and stuff like that. Well, this kind of keeps them in one spot. I can roll them out to guys, roll it in, fill them up. All right, this is how we fill these bottles. These are fill stations. We have 4 of them. There's 2 banks. We stick the bottle in. We'll hook these hoses up to the bottle. We can open these banks up. These are the banks that I showed you, the banks of air on the side of the truck. And then we can actually fill them up to 4,500 PSI. This lasts about 20 minutes in a fire, but they're 45-minute bottles. So we'd open up a bank, and then we'd close this up, and then we'd fill it to 4,500 PSI. Once those are full, I put it in my little storage basket I showed you earlier. And firefighters, when they're done with rehab, will hook those up to their packs and go back in and do some work. So you can see on this side of the truck, we have more Gatorade. I do have a little bit of soda. That's really not for the firefighters, that's for me. But really important things are these little adapters that I have. I have 4 of them. These adapters hook on to those tanks that I just showed you to fill bottles. This response district of this truck is not just Chandler. We have automatic aid, which means we go where we're needed. All right, so I might go into Maricopa, I go into Gila River a lot, Sackatone, Sun Lakes, Gilbert, and they all have different types of air bottles. These are adapters for certain types of air bottles, so I have to hook these up before I can actually fill their bottles. And I do that, fill them up, and they're ready to go. All right. Now remember the other side, I told you that was the heart of the truck. This is the other side of that compartment. In order to run this compressor, both doors need to be open. As you can see, it's open now. But on this side, we do have a port here where we can actually blow off the firefighters' turnouts and get all the debris and stuff like that off that. But this is the filtration system that filters the air. There's 3 filters back there. This is the computer that kind of tells me how much carbon monoxide's in the air, which is 0. If it ever goes above 0.05%, the alarm goes off and I cannot fill bottles anymore. Then I come over here, and in these 2, I have everything to support firefighters, and I'll kind of show you what we have, okay? As you can see, we have coffee, snacks, and a Ninja 5000 blender, and this is important. We learned about 10 years ago that we were drinking water and Gatorade on scenes, and it's good for us, but we learned the ratio to drink and hydrate us the best is 50% water and 50% Gatorade. So what we designed here on Utility 283 is we actually grab a lemon lime Gatorade, and we put it in this blender, and we put the fresh ice in there. We blend that up, and that's 50% water, 50% Gatorade. Pour that down in these nice little cups, and they're called Rehab Aritas. The guys love them. I enjoy them. It's good way to hydrate firefighters in rehab, and it's fun. As you can see, the sun is setting. Very psyched to show you guys the lighting on this truck. It can light up a football field. We have 2 banks of lights on top of the truck. We can control 1, 2, or 3 lights. Each bank has 3 lights each, and so we have a total of 6 lights. We can go up and down, rotate left and right. We actually have an option to turn one of the lights backwards, so we can have lights going eastbound and one light going westbound. Very nice system. All right, well, thanks for checking out Utility 283, Chandler's very own air and light truck, and make sure you check out the other trucks in the truck series coming up.